We going?
Yep.
All right, we're going. Okay. Hey, we're here today with Karen Rogers in the music department, and just after your concert last night. We'll get to that in a second. But first, I have to discuss something of more importance here. In our band and music department here, we have what I call our 6 degrees of separation from Mr. Jones. First, Mr. Tinder, as you'll see in his video, taught at Audubon High School for 17 years. My wife is from Audubon High School. She graduated from there, so we're about 6 degrees of separation. Karen, would you care to tell them how we kind of have a history from long ago?
Well, Mr. Jones was a student at the same elementary school that I was in Sway City, Iowa, and he was in my sister's class, which was 1 grade below me, and then also had an incident with my stepsister on a bicycle where she lost her front tooth. So that's how I know Mr. Jones, remember him best.
So what we're saying here is that 6 degrees of separation from Mr. Jones is way too close. But we did. I know it was funny. The other night, we just moved to Boone County about a month ago, and sorting through I found a box of stuff with my junk in it. And I go through this stuff, and I pull out a report card from kindergarten from Sway City, Iowa. There were a lot more S's on there than I thought.
From Marilyn Larson.
I think so. Kindergarten, and I think I found 1st grade, so that was kind of cool. So that's kind of where we also started teaching here. You started here the same year I did.
Correct.
Seems like 19 years ago now, doesn't it?
So,
and I remember we both had the same look on our face the first day we started back. It's like, what the heck's going on? Because I had been out for a while, and where did you come from that? Alta, that's right, so up north. So anyway, you just had your winter concert last night. How'd that go?
It went wonderful. The kids did a fabulous job. We had an excellent audience. It was just a great evening.
How do you like the new auditorium?
It's a dream come true.
Yeah.
It's a dream come true.
Yeah, because, I mean, we used to, for those of you that aren't familiar, we used to have concerts at the East Gym.
Correct.
The East Gym was built in 1962, I think, or 60.
I don't know. I'll have to call Mr. Jensen.
How are the acoustics in there?
In the East Gym? Not nearly what they are today.
Yes, it's an auditorium, and I've heard from many people, and I've been in a few auditoriums. This is as good, I think, as it gets in the state of Iowa in terms of auditoriums. So you had the winter concert. What does that consist of? When you put that together, what student, are there special ensembles, or what do you have involved there?
For vocal last night, it would be the freshman choir performed, the 10 through 12 mixed choir, and Tiger Voices. And then on Mr. Tinder's side, we had Jazz One perform, and then the concert band. Cool.
Tiger Voices, they went around today and were doing some singing at Success Center too, weren't they?
Do their annual holiday grams.
What is Tiger Voices? Is that something the kids have to try out for, or is that something you select and say, I want you, you, and you?
No, it's an audition choir every spring for the next academic school year, and students prepare music and come in and they audition. It's something they want to be a part of. They have to prepare their stuff for. And you select them based on that, or do you? Correct.
Okay, cool. Okay, so winter concert. What else have you had going on this fall? I know Mr. Tinder was talking. It was a busy time for him, a busy time for you as well.
Right, we did Mrs. Beecher and I had the variety show,
which
was November.
I heard that was
14th,
just a great success.
It was the first time we had ever tried a venture like that together, so it was,
So variety show, do they have to audition, or do they just write down and say, I'm going to do this, and you hope that's what happens?
No, the students came in and auditioned for us. And
so you had a little control there.
Right, exactly. And we then worked with them to polish their craft, and it was a great time.
So were most of the, and I hate this, I missed last night because I'm driving my mother-in-law's old Mercury something or other. All I know is 5 bodies can fit in the truck comfortably, and because my truck's out of commission and the battery went dead and all kinds of things went downhill, and I didn't get home till 8. So, but I enjoy those things. But when the variety show, was it mostly singing acts, or what did you see there? And I missed that one too because I totally spaced it off.
Yeah, we had just a great variety of talents from the entire student body, just not, in the music department. We had acoustic guitar players, singers, we had pianists, we had instrumentalists, we had singers, we had actors. It was
Did you
just
have people
really.
working together as duos or
Sure.
a group? That would be neat too. So,
Yeah.
any stand-up comedians?
We have a budding freshman that is really trying his best, and of course Elise Powers and Isaac Barber, they were our MCs along
Oh,
with.
they did.
with
So
Zach
yeah,
Russell,
the
so
students
they-
are actually in charge of
Oh,
most,
yeah.
other than you having to help them on their acts, they were in charge of the show too. So they coordinate the lighting and all that stuff. And
Well, we give them some gentle prodding and
good,
and then
good.
yeah, some
By
guidance
gentle, she
and then
means you will do this.
some guidance and suggestions, and then
Cool.
they run with it.
Variety show had to be a bit. You also had, I don't know if you were involved with this, but you've been involved with the speech and other things as well, haven't you, while you were here?
Correct.
Yeah. Did you, this summer they had a play, community theater type play put on. Were you involved with that?
No, I took the summer off
You
and
gotta have
remodeled my
some time.
bathroom.
It's not the only bathroom you have, is it? If
No.
it's the only bathroom you have in your remodel, you're in trouble. So you got to have good neighbors then. So, so you had that, and earlier in the year, when I talked to Byron, I went clear back to the very first, the home football game. Of course, the marching band's involved. Did you have anything else going on prior to that?
No, we
Okay.
didn't. We do though have something exciting in March. We are going to be doing a joint concert with the Ames Chamber artists. Will be
Putting
coming
things together.
March 10th,
Cool.
and they will be performing. We will be performing. We will be doing some joint music also. So I'm
That
looking
takes a
forward
lot
to
of
that.
coordination, but I know this, just seeing what I've seen of the kids here, there's some very talented kids here at school.
And very
Singing,
dedicated.
band. Yeah, now you've been here, like I said, it's been close to a decade if it hasn't.
Mm-hmm.
What have you seen, how has the program changed in those 10 years for you? I honestly don't remember who was here before you.
I think that it's grown. Well, it's grown
Numbers?
numbers-wise tremendously. I think that we have a good cross-section of the student body represented in the ensemble. I think that the facilities, of course, help. Who would
Little
want to
different.
perform
Yes.
in that venue?
How do you like your new room here? Is this?
It's wonderful.
It is. I mean,
It's big.
I remember going down to your room every now and then, and the carpet was kind of dated, and it was above a locker room, and it didn't have the aura of a chorus room.
It wasn't very charming.
No, it wasn't at all. It was more like where we'd station people for the tornado drill or something, where you go hide. But and I think you can say that about this whole building. And we were here. Actually, our first year here, I think, was the first or second year that it was the first year of the middle schools. That was the first year they took the 7th and 8th graders out over there. So we just had 9, 12, and I remember thinking, if it's like this crowded here with just 9 through 12, what would it have been like with 7th
Oh, that's
and
what
8th
I thought
graders?
too. Yeah.
And it was busy then, and there were good numbers, but I think the program has grown, and obviously, it's not like you have to go recruiting or anything either. These kids want to be
I
involved.
think so.
And what I think is great is that we have people that are involved in this, band, other activities, and athletics to the extent they can.
Mhm.
So I enjoy that. So coming up after Brady, special plans for Christmas here?
Just hold it all together.
Yeah.
Hold it all together.
Yeah,
Going to
get
Sway
that.
City on Sunday.
Sway City. Is it even a dot on the map anymore?
Oh, it's such a sad one.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. It is kind of sad.
But I went by Mr. Jones' little boyhood home when I was there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I haven't been back to Sway City in, I bet it's been 20 years since I've been that far north. And it was a decently viable little community in the early
Very
70s.
vibrant, yeah.
And like most of those places, it's just kind of dwindled down because opportunities for working out there. The school that was there was K-12. I always tell people you went in this door as a kindergartner, came out the other side a 12th grader. Now it's basically Northwest. It's incorporated other towns, and it's quite a large district and area, but not very big in students.
Right, no.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so coming up in the spring, you'll be busy again. I know that you're always have been a type of person to come in here early and stay late and do whatever it needs to be, and I think the kids appreciate that about you. So that is an update from Chorus for the December newsletter here. Do you want to sing for us before we leave?
I just had
You know,
lunch.
you know Delta Dawn by Tanya Tucker? It's a great song.
Yeah, I
You do?
yeah.
Yeah, but probably maybe not. I don't want to sing it. There are several
Maybe
local
later.
ordinances that
Maybe
prevent
next newsletter.
Yeah,
Just
next
who's
newsletter.
listening.
And maybe, you know what we should do for next newsletter? Get some kids together and we'll sing some songs. We'll put them in there. I got some videos coming out about, I'm challenging some classrooms
Okay.
to sing Jingle Bells or Feliz Navidad. We're not so much worried about quality there as quantity and loudness. I've got a few more classrooms to visit this afternoon. But maybe we'll do something with some of your kids that pick something that's, kind of a little upbeat, like the way up the jazz. I was in jazz band. After 8th grade, they wouldn't let me sing, just put it that way. So I was like 10th chair, whatever. So, but maybe we'll do that for next newsletter. Okay?
Sounds like
Thanks.
Thanks.